It's the same developer. You still have processes, you still have deadlines. It's completely different.
There's a very famous book called Measure What Matters.
Exactly.
Know, like,
focus on is more condominium development, hotel sort of things.
Yeah.
Use similar technologies, that they used in London.
Even developers from different countries, they cannot understand what's going on this ceremony.
This similar, but you're not advertising it because you know that it doesn't have this much unique value.
Yeah, so this will be kind of under the brand Zero, right?
Yeah,
it will be Zero.
And I want to make sure that everybody knows where and what and how.
Show me Zero developments more. So I eat your marketing budget right now from your pocket.
Momentum.
Hi everyone. Today we have another podcast, and I'm grateful to see Vid. It's Managing Director of Zero Developments.
Thank you so much.
Nice to see you again, and welcome to our studio. How are you doing?
Yeah, very good. Busy as always, especially in the peak season, many things to do. We started construction, so it's like, as you know, it's exciting, but at the same time, it's like draining because you're there from early morning till like the midnight,
Thank you to find the time to come to us. Right?
Thank you so much.
I believe
for having us.
That it's important to show people what's going on around. That's why we're doing this podcast, and many, also. You can tell more about your products and so on. Can you, I know you a couple of months, I think, like we meet each other, right? But can you tell a little bit more story to our audience, like where you're from, how you came to Phuket? Because actually, it's all of foreigners kind of immigrate one day in Thailand, because everyone comes from somewhere. So can you tell your story a bit?
Sure. So for me, it all started 2017. I was I'm originally from Belgrade, from Serbia, and I just finished college, and I thought to myself, like, where can I go? What can I do? It's a little bit cold. I watched Survivor, I remember, on TV, and it was so cold in the winter, and I thought to myself, it would be cool to go somewhere tropical, So I went for a month. And as you know, as most of the people, when they come here, they never want to leave.
You came to Phuket specifically, not different island.
I came to Hua Hin at the beginning. And then after that, my aunt came to Phuket by chance. And I was like, okay, I'll come to see her. I hated Hua Hin. I don't know, just not for me.
I think Hua Hin is a place for retirement people, who want to just chill there.
I mean, for me, it was more about kite surfing. So the wind there was really, really good. So that's why I came. And then my aunt came to Phuket, and I was like, okay, let me. And actually, when I came to Hua Hin, I never actually wanted. I was like, oh my God, where am I? What is going on? Why did I even come here? Then I came to Phuket, and I was like, oh wow, this can work, and then more and more and more, like the time, I was just thinking, okay, how can I stay here for a longer time? What can I actually do here? So it started slowly, and then tried to go back home. Didn't actually work out because I don't know. Once, as you know as well, once you're here and once you experience this kind of people, climate, just like the friendliness of
food, right?
Food, yeah, exactly. You can't go back. Like it's just, I don't know. It feels like when in the movies, when you have this kind of like all paradise sort of thing, and you go back and it's all gray, or in the American movies when they show the Mexico, and then it's just different kind of film. That's how it is when you go back. It's all like gray and boring. So I just needed to go back, and now I'm here. COVID, everything, like it has been amazing.
You saw all of this magic with the COVID, and
I saw everything. I saw Phuket in his highs in tourism, lows, the whole thing. But actually, during COVID was the most amazing part of the actually growing, like both business wise and how do you say? I would say community got together. So you got to see friends and people who you haven't seen in a while because everybody's just busy. Even now, like it's really difficult to catch up with all the friends because you're so busy, they're busy, everybody running their businesses. So in COVID, it was like such a nice bubble because here we have such a nice community, So I think we were lucky actually. You've been here through COVID,
right? Of course. It was one of my craziest experience in terms of business, but I'm alive. everything is good, but that's that's how I see Phuket in general. What supposed to happen that people stop coming here. It's either some international crisis. That's how it
Yeah, it has
happens
to be
with
the end of the world sort of thing, right?
but in the end of the day, it's everywhere. It was exactly the same, all over the world. And we have been quite in the magic here. But what I see is a great thing that how nature restart, in all of the islands getting more clean, because of
we saw dolphins, we saw
Yeah.
big manta rays, we saw sharks coming back, turtles all the way. In COVID, it was amazing.
because before this, it was 10 years of
Over
full
tourism,
tourism, and stuff like this. But the good thing what I saw that government have time to restructure many things. Let's say if you remember Patton before COVID, it was all of these cables,
terrible.
all of the old school property. Now if you driving on the beach road
The
of
beach
Patton,
road is really nice.
it's like
Before it
Miami.
used to be,
Yeah,
exactly,
yeah.
because before it used to be a place you want to avoid,
So
if you can. So yeah, I see Phuket, I haven't been as long as you have, but I see it changing for the better for sure.
So
in this couple of years, and then what we are doing as well, I feel like contributing to the whole development of Phuket and creating quality developments for.
Can you tell a little bit more about your background in terms of business? Because it's Phuket is a place where is too many developers, right? But many of them from different industries and stuff like this.
So for me, I don't come from the developer background. For me, I studied electronic business, so mostly helping big and small corporations in transitioning into digital age. So I had many clients before as well, and my company, especially during COVID, when the remote work started to be really big, we started.
So you mainly have experience in B2B, right? Before,
B2B, all B2B. Yeah. So I did quite a lot of B2B sales, managing of whole projects. For example, the last one I did was the loyalty app for Wyndham South Pacific in Asia. So we did the hotel app where they can book all the resorts, hotels for 160 different
resorts, right?
Different resorts in hotels. Before that, we did some marketing. We did a lot of web development, mobile developments. I had a whole agency that was doing that. And now when I started with Zero, I had to say goodbye to all my clients. And I was like, okay, now I need to focus just on this, because I believe that building digital products is cool, but at the end, you don't have this satisfaction of seeing it, feeling it, and being proud, because it always breaks. You always need to do fix the bugs and this and that. So it gets a little bit tiring as well. But when it comes to building actual buildings and development, it's similar. What I can see, because when I can compare, it's a similar sort of project management, let's say, because it's still, it's still building. Okay, it's a different industry for sure, but it's still developing.
It's developer over there, developer in real estate, a developer in IT. It's the same developer.
It's the same developer. You still have processes, you still have deadlines, you still have the certain obstacles and things that you need to solve along the way, certain unknowns as well, the things changing all the time. So I feel it's very, very similar in that way. And of course, it's much different, especially when it comes to B2C. Because now we're doing a lot of B2C sales,
Which is completely different,
it's completely different. So it was a little bit of a learning curve, but I feel it's all, again, the same. Sell is the sell, you need to understand, the psychology of people. You need to understand what are their product and dumb it down as well. What I feel because I sold quite a lot of solutions but it's similar because you're selling something that doesn't exist. So you're selling the vision and the future, right? It's similar to selling IT because it's something that is abstract. You need to put this complex product into a very nice package and then present it in a way where people can understand it. So I feel it's the similar sort of presentation.
My theory is that it's exactly the same. The main key point that you're doing something today that will be reflect only in future. Like that's why there's no way that some certain rules of or understanding. You need to always change yourself or every stage.
Exactly.
Like that's why IT and real estate development have exactly same challenge. You need to go for the final stage, final product, but the way how you can do it can be completely different, right?
As well, like there's a lot of small changes. You try to feel the market, you try to understand, okay, what right now works, what doesn't, adjust your product and adjust a little bit towards this way. And of course you have constraints, it's the same thing. So like you're like, okay, can we do a little bit like this? And then you try and see if it works, and then this doesn't work, then you shift. So it's always like being agile and flexible. I think it's really important right now. So you're not just like giving people like, okay, this is what you need, like, and I know because I know. It's more like, okay, test, see if it works, then go back to the drawing board, try another one, like a scientist trying to like see where the market is, where the products are, and how we can be competitive, especially in this market where you're having, for example, I don't know how many developments right now, like 30, 40.
I still believe in developments. I think like in my system right now we have 200, we just discussed it with my team, 241 developer in Phuket at this stage, right?
240.
41, yeah. And plus some of them have multi-developments, right? So then it can be about 500-600 developments in total, including the small developers, villas and stuff like this. Yeah, that's why. But my opinion is that market is not created yet. Like we are someone who created right now, because before, let's say before all of the COVID, it was very, very slow growth. Like not too many developers coming to Phuket in different international companies. But what you see right now is that market actually created. It's here. Before it was few developers, big public developers that was building slowly because they probably not believe in Phuket much as a different destination. But what happened after COVID, with all of those wave of the people, it really shows that Phuket is one of the best places in Thailand to invest right now.
I feel like we still haven't reached the peak. Like we still haven't reached the saturation of the market, and there's still space.
On the construction market, development market, because it's a big resales market coming soon, which will be completely different. But for development, the market will reach the peak, or I'm not sure that it will be peak when the lands will finish in Phuket. But then it will be new era of redevelopment, which is also another market for developers. That's why I'm not sure that we're close to peak, right? Right now, it's a creating of the understanding of investors that this place is a key place on the map, key point on the map on the world.
If you look at as well, like all the government. So before I even like decided to quit my own company and then join with Robert and create the Zero, like I did my research, because I was like, okay, if we do this, it's a risk for me, right? Like
of course.
And then I did my research. I did research as well into like the governmental, like subsidies and new laws and regulations that are coming to this market. And I saw that the land is going to be more and more scarce, because like, first of all, there is scarce, meaning like that it's not going to be available, like it's less and less land going to be available for development, right? Because you have these new laws that are coming, first of all, of the width of the road at the end of this year. So it's going to be even less land that is going to be available for developing.
Yeah, right? That's a cool point. But like a couple of months ago, the new restrictions
increased the height. So it's like up and down.
Yeah, in the end of the day, like it's just I believe it's a question of what segment of the market you're joining, because right now, of course, we speak about the property close to the sea, right? Close to the water. That's what everyone is looking right now. That's why we speak about that. Not too many land, which is real, right? So a lot of green zones. But of course, if you're doing development business, segment can be different. You know, like
Sure,
you
sure,
can
sure,
build.
sure. You can build different things. You can build villas, townhouses, whatever.
Whatever,
I mean,
yeah.
what we focus on is more
Condo,
like
yeah.
condominium development, hotel sort of things. So
Yeah.
we just like we're not looking into going into like townhouses.
Can you tell a
or-
little bit more about Zero developments in general? Because you speak more about yourself. Can you tell about the company? Because
So
you know, like my team like to work with you, and so we would like to show the people around what are you doing actually and how company being established.
yeah, so the Zero Developments originated from UK. So my partner Robert, he's how do you say? He's from London, and he moved 3.5 years ago here to Phuket because his grandsons are here, and his son for 11 years. So he's been back and forth, and he just finished 2023 the Zero Wimbledon, the development in Wimbledon in how do you say SV20. And they got the energy efficiency award for the first A-rated energy efficient building in London, 37 apartments. And then after that, he thought, oh, it would be cool to move away from London because of the rain. And I think the same way why all of us
Same mindset.
same mindset why all of us are here. So I met him about 3.5 years ago, and we became friends. And then at one point we started talking about, like starting something here, and we found the land, and we were like, okay, let's build a sustainable development and try to, use similar technologies, that they used in London to bring here, but with an additional twist, because what we here have is a big tourist industry. So we wanted to tap into both tourism and development to offer like a financial product as well, where our investors would have as well the return on investment, so the rental pool and something similar what you are doing as well in your. So we have all the facilities and services as a hotel, but you can still purchase an apartment and live in it or sell it after. So
Okay,
that was the idea. So yeah, we started about a year ago, and now we just started construction about 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, so congratulations with your
Thank you so
ceremony.
much. Yeah, it was
for the first time. It's usually a very important event because even developers from different countries, they cannot understand what's going on this ceremony. I passed it already 3 or 4 times in my life.
Amazing.
Like that's why.
But it's a great feeling, right?
Yeah,
it's like I don't know. It's like giving birth to. I don't know how to like having your child start to develop. I don't know. It's special. First I thought about, why do we need to do this? It's silly, this and that. And then actually, like when it happened, I was like, wow, this feels really nice, actually.
This is one of the also a difficult point when you come to different cultures, so we live in Thailand, and here a culture create all of those things, right? And when you come with your culture, you feel why we need to do it, it's a different religions, different, visions and stuff like this, but
I was even joking, like let's get the Pope as well. Maybe we can go.
And stuff like this.
But it was a lot of like, I don't know. I'm glad we did it, and I'm glad, that we had this ceremony because it is special, like there's something that I don't know how.
Even the different, general constructors, they do it 2-3 times during the construction period, because for each of the building, for each of the, some specific work and stuff like that.
How was your like first one? Like it was a diamond, right? Or?
In diamond it was 2 or 3 times even during that period. I remember because I not joined diamond from the very beginning. At the first place I joined in the project when it was already I think its piles was done and it's just building start to growing up, because many people they not understand what means construction start. Sometimes construction start, but you not see anything until it goes up, right? Because it depends of how deep you go and how do you have underground parking? Depends of what kind of foundation do you have, what survey and stuff like this. That's why sometimes it's a good milestone to see where you are. We even did a ceremony when we buy a land, like, and as soon as we buy a land, we also make a ceremony, our team asking to do it, like, that's why for us this process like completely standard, like no,
So
like
every single like achievement, you do a little ceremony for your team.
kind of, yeah. But it depends if you believe in energy or not. Like
I believe in energy for sure. I mean, like I wasn't very big fan of it, like, but then when we did it, and you feel there is some feeling that you can't describe. Like there is something that there is something bigger than you, and you feel like it's. Yeah. I'm very like rational, and scientific and everything else, but like you can't refute, this kind of feeling that you have inside.
Yeah. Cool. So, can you tell a little bit more about the project? It's only one project for now. Do you have, right?
We have one project and one in the pipeline, but we will. I think we're gonna launch it in maybe before next high season. The second one. We thought maybe even now because it's mostly ready, but like we're gonna wait. We're gonna wait for everything to be perfect, all the permits, everything to be done, and then we're gonna go for it. But at this stage, one project, only 85 units. So studio, 1 bedroom, 2 bedroom, and 3 bedroom options. Of the facilities we have.
On this stage, as far as I understand, you have sold quite a lot of units, right? So can you tell a little bit more who is your buyer, who is buying right now? Like it's because you have this kind of, I would say, millennial vision, millennials vision, right? So who is your buyers? It's mainly young people or it's different audiences?
So our product is quite... like what I understood, I thought first of all that the whole point about the eco-friendly project and all of that will resonate with a lot of people, but I was surprised that it didn't, especially with like a Russian audience. It was like mostly, I don't know, why zero? I don't understand. What do you mean sustainable? What does that mean?
It's a really good discussion because back then we also have, like, we are kind of sustainable developer. We're also trying to implement everything what's possible, right? But what in your opinion, what means eco-friendly? Because different people see different vision, and what's this term, how you see it?
So let's say, for example, if the design itself is sustainable, it means like you're using materials, first of all, that are either recycled or they are, eco-friendly.
We have now also very interesting experience I can share to you with the materials.
And then
all of our furniture make with recycled, compressed plastic, furniture inside. There's no wood, there's everything made from the recycled plastic.
That's really cool. I
can show you afterwards.
I think I even saw it a little bit. This is really cool. Then after that, you're talking about energy efficiency. So for example, solar energy, then use of different glass on the how do you say, on the windows to conserve more energy. Then the orientation of the building, how it's facing east and west, and how the wind is flowing through, to create even more, energy savings. Then rainwater harvesting systems, where you know how here in Thailand we have a big problem, and I think it's going to get even bigger with all the developments especially in Bangtao area getting up. The infrastructure and the water supply is going to be a little bit difficult. So what we did, we tried to harness enough water and have enough water in the tanks.
So you put the tanks underground,
right?
Yeah.
Under the park, so we have two stories underground parking, and then under that we have big tanks, of water, so we can sustain. How do you say, through the droughts or
we put two tanks too, and special pipe system to make sure that it works as well.
But you see, for example, you did all of this similar, but you're not advertising it because you know that it doesn't have this much unique value.
It's been before, because the project here in Condo that we launched it during the COVID, then it was a different time, but by the experience we know that eco-friendly not affect sales and marketing, it's affect for the common sense. I believe that sales. Every single project should have it, and it's nothing really, it's normal that today.
But it doesn't here. For example, how do you say, Robert's experience in London, it affected a lot because, for example, he didn't have to give any discounts, and they sold out in in no time, all of the apartment, just because it was the eco-friendly project. Why? Because I feel like in Europe, people care more.
Yeah, it's definitely because green energy in Europe, it's a trend.
It's
here,
a trend.
here in Thailand.
Here, not yet.
You drive an electric car or you drive a gasoline car.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so you're
trying.
You're more sustainable. Like.
But it's still like, what is my problem with that? Okay, yeah, sustainable, but where does this electricity come from?
Yeah, it's
like we can't. So
this discussion will never end. Like the sustainability is here. Yeah,
I mean, I'm trying my best, not to buy bottled waters. We have like filtration system as well in our house. So what we're gonna do as well, we implemented the filtration system in the building as well, so that that the plastic, that actually you can drink the water out of the tap. So all of these small details to try to reduce the plastic consumption and that I feel like as much as we can do for this environment, I would be happy. Because for me, I'm a surfer, So for me, plastic is the worst thing that you can imagine, I would even like I said, like let's try to do a single-use plastic-free environment, so that even like we ban all these small bags and we try to emphasize on that, but it doesn't affect sales.
No,
for the sales, it doesn't matter. For agents were coming and they were like, I don't understand this. Why do you even emphasize this? This is not important.
I feel the pain.
Just give me the numbers. How much money we will save on electricity? And I said to myself, okay, yes, that's important too, sure, but like, let's try to think about the environment as well. Like, I don't know, I may be like a romantic when it comes to this.
It's good to be romantic. It's someone need to boost this energy. I've been same as you before, but I believe that problem, it's not a problem, but why it works like this, why in London it works in a way when it's affecting here is not also because I believe most of your buyers, they're not planning to live here.
They're just investors.
They invest in, and also tourists, they not really mind. In the end of the day, of course, tourists will choose it will affect on the rentals afterwards.
Yes.
It will be next
because
stage.
It's a big trend.
This
like
is
in
a big trend
in the future, and now the sustainable tourism is a whole new thing. Even the government here subsidized the eco-friendly projects. There are
even in Booking.com there is a special CO, like a CO2 emission and stuff like this. That's why it's a good point. But of course, it's not works in a way when it's a pre-sale or under construction. So it's difficult to explain. To
this
people.
point, most of our buyers are investors. And or people who are looking for a multiple purpose home. So let's say like they want to live here for 3 months and then they want to rent it out for the rest of the year, not think about it. So we do the management and everything for them. So those are.
So you will take care for management as well, right?
Yes, fully. Run the hotel, do everything.
So this will be kind of under the brand Zero, right? It will be Zero. So it will be your next challenge to build the also management system.
For me, this is the how do you say? This is something that is fun for me because I've been working as a consultant for many brands, and especially like building systems and IT systems for hotels. So like me personally, I love this part, and I have already some finalized solutions for our brand. So we'll have like the app, we can block you can block your days when you want to use it. You'll see exactly like the return on investment that you're getting out of the rental pool and how much your unit would get if it was not in the rental pool. So you can have your own like calculations, many different things. Then the whole OTAs and channel managers. This is
you want to connect it all of it to make it sure that it's transparent inside, right?
Exactly. So for us, the most important thing is transparency, and I want to make sure that everybody knows where and what and how. We're not guaranteeing.
So you're doing a rental pool, right? Like
yes, 70-30.
70-30. It's after expenses or before expenses?
It's after expenses.
After expenses, it's a split for the net profit.
Yes,
right?
Exactly.
Okay.
It's a profit share.
Okay, sounds good. So then you planning to implement this system to your upcoming developments as well, right?
Yes, to every development we want to have the system. We want to make sure that everything is transparent and that.
Why you choose Bangtao?
Why did we choose Bangtao?
Yeah.
So the Bangtao has been on my mind for a while because I saw how fast it developed. So when I first came here, it was like a village. So you had Laguna and everything else was like nothing, just a village.
When
like
we
a-
built Diamond, it was too complicated to me to explain the people that it's a
Where's it
upcoming
gonna-
area because
Yeah.
the pigs running around the beach, like
I
and
remember.
stuff like this. The port to the Phuket was not there yet.
Yeah, there was nothing.
Even where we sit right now in Blue Trees doesn't exist back then.
Yeah,
by that time.
I talked to Michael and David. They developed Blue Tree actually.
Yeah.
You know them, right?
Yeah.
From Nobelo.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And they were telling me about as well this area here and how crazy it was even to develop and how much. Yeah. It wasn't existing at that point. Yeah, Blue Tree was like revolutionary when it came. I mean, like of course they had many issues. And
I would believe that Blue Tree make one of the important points. They make a lot of commercial property for this area because right now we are struggling to have commercial because we have Boat Avenue, we have Port de Phuket, but it's more classical tourist destination, I would say, or some restaurants, but for the business where you can put the
people
people
living here as well. Like I feel this is really nice, and especially because we have this how do you say immigration office. This is a game changer.
This is.
I mean, before you go to Phuket, way there.
Or Patong,
No. I'd rather go to Phuket town than Patong. They treat you the worst. I'm sorry to say, but like in the.
I think last time I've been in immigration maybe 2 or 3 years ago. I think like for a long time I haven't been to but it's cool. Like everything growing. That's why we also as a developer see a big potential in commercial properties. That's why we're building a business hub right now in our new project because. Even for us, we have like right now almost 100 people inside of the team.
Wow.
And then it's need to put them somewhere. But when you start to look around, like it's not too many commercial properties in reality. Like that's why this is the next. I think the next part of the development when touristic destinations will be full, or fully built, right? So many different properties type will be needed, like of course now is condos and villas. It's one of the main market. There's not too many something in the middle, like townhouses. So not enough, but also with this cost of land is quite complicated.
Very difficult to make it work. This is what I see. Like, or you have to charge a lot. So we looked at even developing like villas or like, but no, villas work still. But townhouses, it's very difficult to find the right piece of land in the right space where it can actually make sense, like that your P&L. Or you have to charge way above what people are willing to pay
that
for
market. That's why we are doing multiple developments. Like the momentum is many different projects.
I don't know how they're doing, but a friend of mine, they're doing like very high-end townhouses. The Sri Panwa Lagoon.
But there is a price is quite.
But the price is like crazy. I mean, like you can get a villa for that. For that.
But there is I can easily explain why it should works because the location and the actual land is amazing.
It's very nice,
and that's why it's a certain type of people that will enjoy it. But in the end of the day, like also for the development, it will be different commercial needs. Like because more business coming to Phuket. Let's say
I can see here like what has been my like a little bit of a struggle right now is not right now but like a couple of months ago is like when you try to do some, for example, offline marketing, and you try to get some really high quality print. It takes forever. It's impossible.
I give up on it.
Me too.
I do it online. Online, the budget works much better.
For sure, because like I tried, and then you go, and first of all, the lead time is always crazy. Then the prices are not there, and you don't have a lot of good printing places, like actually, and the return I can't measure, So for me, it's like, okay.
Because you came from IT business, that's why you want everything.
I want everything fast. We can change. We can, we can try different, audiences straight away. You have the whole world at your hand, like, okay, we see exact KPIs. It's so simple, to measure. And here, like, you go offline and you're like, okay, but okay, we invested like 100, 200,000, but what did it bring us?
Yeah.
Do we know? No.
There's a very famous book called Measure What Matters.
Exactly.
That's very easy. You can see all of those things. But of course, this one is created just to have. You cannot measure. You have it, and that's it. That's why. Just pay as it's same as sometimes property exhibitions. You cannot.
How do you see the AI impacting? Like our
I see we've had a discussion with you before about this as well, and we implement it inside as well. It's a game
how
changer.
did it work for you so far?
For us at this stage, it works super well in terms of saving resources, first of all, because
Like a call center.
most of the time, you cannot reply people in the night time. We have like different lanes of our sales department when they can communicate with people. But main point that 24 hours, it's almost impossible. But today, customer want to get here right now and here everything right away. If you not reply now, so then
he will go somewhere else.
Someone else speaking with the customers. That's why. But what's great impact we get right now with one of the AI solutions that we implement, that we can get a list of the customers when they come in soon, and we still will meet them here, like we still will do all of the offline process, but AI show much better performance than the human. Yes. Yeah. And of course some people don't like it, but in the end of the day, if AI doing a good things, if it's help people, it's same as a targeting advertisement. Back then, there was no targeting. All people see all of the advertisements that they don't want to see. Same as you mentioned about banner right now.
Yeah.
You're driving, you don't want to see this banner. It's irrelevant for you. The audience.
But it's still bombarding.
But you will still see it, right? What's happened with targeting advertisements that since you're using the, let's say, Instagram or Facebook, whenever other application, as soon as you see targeting ad, it's because if you get application for free. You use application for free, but
you are the product.
You are the product, and then you see that targeting that looks what your interests and show you it's relevant for you or not. Of course.
Sometimes it's scary because sometimes you just speak to somebody,
right away.
It's straight away my phone is like
show me zero developments more. So I eat your marketing budget right now. This second, that's why. Like now, money leaking from your pocket. That's how it works. Yeah. So,
but I went. How do you say? We implemented as well the super agent.
Yeah.
From Yuri. And I can see a lot of promising actually thing, especially for the. What I can see is especially for like a low quality leads or low quality, like let's say low cost leads.
Yeah.
It works really well.
Yeah.
Like for the high cost leads and very warm clients, I wouldn't like want to put them on the, how do you say, but it's really cool because you can go through like thousands of leads without burning your sales team or creating like, oh, these people are never interested, or like how your sales team, like if you give them shit leads, it's gonna be difficult.
Here's one of the main points, that this is more qualification, because how someone can say what's like it's also depends. It's dilemma. Like marketing team will always say that sales team is lazy. And sales team always will say that the marketing that they giving a bad leads, like that's why there is if you hear that, it means everything works correct. if there is someone not saying bad about others, then it means something is not really work, because it's normal thing. But what I'm trying to say is that AI will change many different things, because it's today there's no monopoly for information anymore, and then even the simple things that before we need to have human to explain, let's say some law. With a simple thing, let's say ask ChatGPT today about Condominium Act in Phuket, and no one can manipulate in any language, and no one can manipulate the fact. because what I see is that many people cannot even explain by themselves how actual law work, right?
True.
But AI doing it much better.
Yeah.
And what's great thing today, because we as a company, we've been very strict on the legal side. We always try to make sure that our contracts and all of the conditions is super clear, right? So and we always make it really by the book, right? And today customer can put the contract in the any AI, like machine learning. I can ask what is my risks under this agreement, like and so on, which is
amazing.
Separate opinion, and it makes much better than any human, and that's why I believe that of course now it's just starting, it's boom with AI right now, and even something that not AI called AI,
I know.
and so on. That's why we will see the main point will be when people start using it properly. Main problem is that most of those people who's using it, they not understand how to make a right prompt, what they need, what's important, like for them. And
I think because they're thinking about it as speaking with a human, but they need to, how do you say, what I feel like when it comes to prompt generation, you need to understand
how machine thinking.
You need to understand how machines are thinking and how not just machines but programmers are thinking.
Yeah, of course.
How it has been, because all of these things, yes, it's machine learning, but there is set of rules and set of programs in the background of every AI as well. So if you understand that it's not like talking to your friend, like and asking, and he will understand what you mean. You need to be extremely specific. You need to understand the tone, the voice, how you ask it, not just what you ask it, but like what kind of response you are expecting from him. Then you're gonna get perfect responses. But if you think like, oh, it's an all-knowing, almighty, like thing, you're not gonna get really good results, because it's like, for example, you can, if you're asking for legal advice, you can even say like, okay, can I like explain it to me like I don't know nothing. So or like as a 13-year-old, 15-year-old, and then you will get like perfectly like what you need. So it's more important, I feel like, what you need, to know exactly what you need, and then you will get the right response and the right thing from the
everything
AI
what you explained. That's it's a main point right now. That's why in B2C it will be slower than in B2B market, because it's not really trend yet, but it will become a trend when everyone will have it, and even with AI right now, we upload some models of our project, and we asking, okay, maybe you give some suggestion what we need to improve there or there, like what do you think it's logical solution or not? I asking many times, I want to make this solution. What's
you can even ask like, what is how do you say, what impacts, and for can you give me like a percentage? So I like to ask in percentages, because in this life, and like nothing is certain, so I like to be like, okay, what percentage, if we do this, what negative and positive impacts in what percentages, and let me know, like, and then it gives you a full list of breakdown, like what bad impacts it may have and what good, because people don't understand that every decision that you make, it will have a percentage of impact both ways, like it could be good, it could be bad. Like people like to think about certainty, like about, okay, we do this right, we will have a perfect outcome in the future. It's never like that, right? It's like it's always like a testing and trying to balance, and everything is a draft, and then you're like, okay, this works. Then I don't know, it's just my brain, because I come from IT, and for us, like, for example, every application is just a draft, and then a beta version, and then better and better and better. And at the end, when you launch, you have gone through, I think, thousands of revisions, and then you have this product that works really nice, but you don't understand how much effort and changes and how everything is tied together, that something, if you do a little bit wrong, it will break. And
like it's same as in real estate development. Exactly. We're sitting right now here. You don't think that some Burmese person make a concrete here, but then paint it. Like then how my team set up all of this, to make sure. Look, we just come and we do it, right? That's same as people see in application. You take your phone and you just use it. But I believe, this is a really big game changer coming with a new generation, like with millennials and Zoomers, right? That it's different decision making, and of course, today development business, real estate development business is very conservative. Even like you said right now, I need to do a banner, like spending a lot of time, my quality time to get so simple things, which is, let's say, if I need a digital banner, I will ask AI to generate it for me within a second, right?
And you can test 7,000 version of million people and understand what is the best one and then go with it.
That's how it works. That's why I believe that soon, when we are already on this stage on transformation, there is become to be old school real estate developments that will happen forever, like for a long time. And, maybe it will change, but they have to change afterwards somehow, right? But also, even today, if we speak about condominiums or, let's say, pre-sales or under construction business, like you're selling something that will be in future.
Yeah.
It's just a question how you can explain it to people that they need to make this decision. That's why I believe, yes, soon it will be 5 years ago, I have some podcasts where we discuss like, okay, is it in that year we will have the full online purchase when you just take your phone and you buy property online. And that's where we are right now.
So we had how many? Like maybe 10 online deals where people never came to our office, never have,
we have in Conda about 60% back then, but it was COVID, of course, it was impossible to come, right? But here's a different point when is people will have a trust to do it in the app without a human.
But do you remember when like just first e-commerce came? I remember my father, he said, I will never buy stuff online. There's no chance that this will be happening. I don't trust these guys. Now we order everything online. Lazada, all of it.
Even any band.
When was the last time? Like, for example, for me, I never go to these shopping malls because it's like just too much. I waste my time. I waste my energy and everything. It's like online. I can do the same. It comes to me. I don't spend any time. It's great. I feel like in the future. But for that to happen, there have to be systems in place to create trust.
Trust.
This is all there is, like, because if there is no trust, like right now, like if we increase transparency when it comes to, like development, and if I think in Phuket, what needs to happen a little bit more is that, how do you say, everything needs to be more transparent when it comes to the prices, the whole market and how to, like, I think the bar of entry has to be higher. Like that not everybody can just like pop up and be like, okay, now I'm a developer, give me money and this and that. Like if we have some controls, it could be better.
Like it's always dilemma, like because it's one of the reason why many developers come in here, because the entry level is different, right? So if you go, let's say today, I don't know, in UK actually, if you're not, you cannot even, I think, got the license for get construction company right away or development company.
No.
And even I don't know how it's happened in Serbia. Like it's.
You still can because we unfortunately we are still corrupt.
Yeah. But I believe it's harder. It's still you need to have a lot of resources, like to do it. That's why
resources, connections, and there are a lot of laws that you need to,
On the other side, we see how all of the Asia growing right now. Like this also. For this fact, that's why he's always you cannot say like what's good, what's bad, but of course market always dictate and it's fixed itself, like that's why right now I believe this season we are really in the stage where is no magic. Everything works like by the proper working, like you need to focus on your customer, you need to The teams need to spend time with the customers. There's no magic sales anymore.
Not anymore.
know, like, and now it's a time of the real market where the winners is win. Like the people who is not understand it, they get troubles.
Yeah, but
right?
what I feel like when it comes to our sales teams and what I like about your team as well is because you position yourself as consultants, like, and this is what we need to be. Like everybody in this industry need to be consultants, but especially because of this, not uncertain. I mean, like it's okay, but like we need to give more, more reassurance to buyers and to give them all the information that they need, like to make the informed decision, right? So that's why I like how you call the SID consultancy, like, because this is what we actually need.
Yeah.
This is what, in order to make a purchase, right now, in this kind of market as an investor, you want a consultant to guide you through the whole process, right?
Of course. Yeah.
So that's what I say to my team as well. Like, you're not sales managers. You're not trying to sell anybody anything. You're trying to give them a proper overview of the market. You need to know more about the market than our product, and then after that, you need to know everything about the product as well and guide them, like guide the buyer actually, like to make the proper decision for themselves,
Yeah, I explained it myself a little bit different way, but same sense what you mean, right? Like it's in the end of the day, a realtor, like it's a person who make a viewings. It's from the how many times you show some property, how many viewings you have, right? Your result will appear from that. Conversion will be over there. But in real estate development, it's completely different. It's a presentation. You're presenter. Your goal is to present. It's something that will be in future. You need to see this future. You need to explain people how it will look, like, and that's why I have a question to you. How do you see future of Phuket? Because every single, my guest, trying to visualize Phuket in 2035. We have a 10 years.
2035.
Yeah, because this is a period of next 5 years, actually, from all of the projects in pipeline in Phuket. Right now, most of the people can imagine. But let's say in 2035, 10 years, how do you see this island will transform with everything what's going on right now?
So 10-year, like my 10-year vision would be a little bit, so one thing is what I see and one thing is what I hope. So maybe I can elaborate,
Yeah.
So my hope would be that we, that in next 10 years, we can fix few problems when it comes to the whole infrastructure. Roads, infrastructure, then a lot of like electrical systems and water and everything else.
But as we see right now, the government doing it. It's of course
they're doing they're doing a lot and even allocated a lot of budget. I think 5 billion baht or so they allocated for the whole like redoing of the so that's my hope. I think it's going to come true. Then when it comes to the development itself, I feel like more and more higher end projects are coming to this, like, and the developments are getting better and better and better. I can see this couple of years, like just now and competition is good, like the more developers, the better the product is going to be, because I feel like we push each other all the time to get better products and better vision, because I feel like this is necessary. And I think in 10 years, we're going to have like a really, I feel in next 10 years, most of the land actually available will be developed in a way. But I just hope that it's going to be in a way where it's more sustainable. Like, again, coming back to my idea. And I hope that we can solve the plastic problem as well in next 10 years and run on cleaner energy. That would be my dream, and well, what I see for Phuket, the tourism is going to go up. Like right now, we're having 9.7 million tourists coming in, right? More or less on the air.
Like it's if you compare one statistics, but of course it's just airport statistics.
Yeah, it's just the airport statistics. Then we have
mainland, plus we have different airports around, like Krabi and stuff like that.
Then we have another airport coming in Pangabe. Then maybe the one more like very big I think that it's gonna happen. I don't know exactly when, but it's the casino thing, like the gambling. And usually when it comes to a certain area, the property around increases from 15 to 4 times, for 50% to 4 times. So I feel like if this comes, it's gonna be very good for everybody that bought at this point.
Yeah.
But I don't know how. I mean, you look at as well, like for example, Macau, right? Like it was a little fisherman village. The gambling came there. Now it's like a metropolis city, right? So I feel like Phuket, it all depends on the government. But what is good, what I feel like in like, for example, back home, we have every 4 years, governments change, and every other government, like doesn't follow through long-term plans. What I see here in Thailand, what is really good is that the long-term plans, no matter who is in charge, they get followed through, and nobody is like, how do you say, nobody goes back on it, right? So they try to follow through all of the ideas and what is the future plan on Phuket. And this is how I see it, even with some big shifts and changes from the back, like the small plans have been implemented, like, and this is good for Phuket. So you can see from this point on forward that first of all, there is going to be less land available for development. So every new developer or every new development is going to increase the price of, I feel, the previous ones, right? So I still feel it's a really, really good time to invest right now, actually, in Phuket, because in 10 years, I feel like this is going to be a metropolis city. I mean, like, look at it. We have the airport in the perfect strategic position. I mean, even before, when I have clients, I would go like one day to Dubai. I would stay there 3 days, come back. It's not a problem. I would go to, to Bangkok in the same day and come back. Like, you can live here and you can Singapore, but like, it's a perfect actually place.
But you still live on Paradise Island. Yeah. You still
have beach, you still have amazing facilities. Community is great here. I mean, come on, like so many cool people from all walks of life, like I haven't met more interesting people ever anywhere in the world like here, like, and if you really are interested in somebody, you will be like, oh wow, they had this and that and adventure, and like it's always something. So I feel like if anybody is thinking even about like relocating or coming here, I feel it's the best place to be, actually.
I believe that was very great speech about the Phuket, about love of this island. Like I believe that people who love this place, they will do a great things, like for the island. Thank you so much for your vision. At this point, like for people who watch this video, maybe you have something special for our viewers in your project. You have right now some most popular unit for sale. Maybe we will give something special. They will type to us, let's say some code actually, or something.
Yeah. So, that's a good. Thank you so much. So we have actually one unit. It's Type E. It's a corner unit. Really cool. 9 million baht with a furniture package, 70 square meter. It's our best option, and it's an amazing unit. So
we can put it in the description under this video, and people who's interested can contact us, and we will give them this offer.
Oh, that would be fantastic.
Awesome, guys! Don't lose your opportunity. Send us message and see the offer. Thank you so much. It was a great. I believe that we running around about different things, but it's always great to meet you, and I think that it will be more IT people from IT industry who have a vision, who will understand that Phuket is a place to come here, like to see that here we have infrastructure for you, and we have the really sustainable people, smart people, and you have community. Welcome to us, and we will be happy to see more and more cool people around. Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much. It was a pleasure as always.
Yeah. Subscribe us and watch our podcasts.